Hey, hello guys, and welcome back to K-Tapes. It's been quite a while, simply because you know that I kind of stopped buying tapes and I kind of want to move this channel into another direction, simply because it's been quite some years now. And same thing for collecting videotapes. I've been collecting since maybe 2008, 2009. And tapes are getting harder to find, right? So it's all good things has to come to an end, I guess. I still look around, but it just turns up that I don't really find anything that good to buy, so I pass. However, today I have about a dozen tape that I want to show you. I think it's a good number to make a video. So I guess the next 12 tapes I'll make another video, but for now I'll stick with this short video for today. It's going to be divided into two. So I'm going to have a part with some late releases, and there's some pretty good stuff in there. And there's going to be another part with like old school stuff. So I think I'm going to start, you know what, let's go in chronological order and let's start with the old stuff first. Okay, so I have first I have for you right here is called Ninja in Town. So Ninja in Town is a series, was it with Bruce Lee, but L.I., I think, or one of those guys. Sorry, I'm so not knowledgeable with Kung Fu stuff. Some people out there, maybe some among you are really well rounded in this domain. I'm not. It's really not my style, but I do like some Kung Fu for sure, but like this stuff I don't know. Anyway, for this tape, it's just I've been asked about this for quite some time before. It's a series, it's on 3 tapes. This one happens to be part 1, as you can see right here, and it's really hard to find. I did find it maybe twice before. I wouldn't say it was the entire series, maybe it was like 2 volumes out of 3, but every single time it was moldy, like it was terrible, it was unplayable basically, so I had to trash it. But this one is, it had some mold, but I was able to clean it up and it plays just fine. So it's pretty much the first time I do find this in a salvageable condition. And also same thing goes for the cover. The cover is really clean. It does have some sun fade, but nothing major. It's a great copy, so I was really happy to get this. I just wish I could find the other 2 parts, but the place I found this didn't have anything else. They only had this one right here. Okay, next, something else. It's like a School of Ghosts. This was made at the same time as what's the name? Memento Mori. And anyway, there's like a series. They have like 5 films in like high school ghost story. So this came out at the same time, but it was a bit more like targeted towards like a younger audience, maybe like teenagers or like early, like young teenagers. Simply because of the rating here, you have the yellow bar. This is usually for like lower, like it's not for everyone, but almost. Well, you can see by the screenshots. Let me just focus right here. So you see it's a little bit like kids-oriented thing, and it's I think it's an omnibus. You have like 5 little stories of 5 little stories. And yeah, I guess, yeah, well, there you go. You have like number 1, number 2, number 5, number 4. I don't know, number 3. I don't know, went somewhere else maybe. Anyway, so yeah, but this is super rare. It's a Korean, it's a Korean tape obviously, but it's a Korean production. And there's one with almost the same title, but it's Japanese. So yeah, there you go. It was like kind of like the whole trend of high school horror, high school ghost stories. That was like the peak time of that. And we're talking about, I think it's 1998. 1998 right there. Yeah, so it's a little bit small, but you have it right there. So 1998. So yeah, kind of like at the peak of that wave of high school ghost Korea, Japan kind of made those films. So there you go. And I believe this is a straight to video, by the way. So yeah, no DVD for that, no, you know, no re-release. The next one I have is, I have two, oh no, let's keep it with the kids stuff, right? Might as well. I got this super lucky. It's the Golden Ball, Dragon Ball, but the Korean version. And as you can see, it is a live action film. Why two tapes? Well, it was just split on two tapes. It's 45 minutes, 45 minutes, and you have an hour and a half. Some sun fade on the spine. Once again, no big deal, because this is super rare, so I couldn't care less. But most important is that the tapes are fine, right? So if I just open it up, as you can see, tapes are okay, pretty clean. Same thing with the other one. So yeah, Dragon Ball Z, the live action Korean film, I mean, made for kids. I think that was 1990, let me check, 1991, so late 1991. Right at the time they made so many like rip-offs or like unlicensed, let's say, release of some stuff like this for kids, especially like the Dragon Ball. They made Fist on the North Star on 3 tapes as well, like a mini series. They had the Street Fighter like on 12 tapes, another great series. So yeah, but this one is one of the super rare to find, simply because it's highly sought after even in Korea by Korean collectors. So I was super happy to get this. Okay, let's move on. Next, something a little bit more mature. We have Voodoo aux Caraïbes, so which is a French title, which means voodoo in the Caribbean. And it's a you have a Brigade Mondaine right here, which kind of means Vice Squad. So you have all these Brigade Mondaine movies made at that time, so kind of like late 70s up to early 1980s, so like 78 to 84, I think, or 83. There was kind of a wave of those films of like Brigade Mondaine, this and that. Let me show you the back. Anyway, everything is hidden. You don't see any nudity or anything, but I mean, you can get the idea. This yeah, it's on the Sambu label. So there you go, the wonderful Sambu label. Voodoo aux Caraïbes, beautiful copy. The tape is super clean as well. There you go. Look at this. I had to open it because it had like a tiny bit of mold, like they all have now. I mean, it's 2023. There's no way around it. But I mean, it's super clean, plays fine. Yeah, really happy to find this because it is super rare. A friend of mine has a copy, but it's pretty much the only person I know who ever had a copy of this. So I mean, there you go. Oh, and by the way, this one is already sold, so sorry if anyone wanted it, but it's already gone. So there you go, Voodoo aux Caraïbes. By the way, I think it's part of a trilogy, now that I think about it. And I think this is the last volume. So this could be like 1982 to 1984, I think this film came out. But there are like 2 other parts of the Brigade Mondaine. Yeah. Okay, next we have another foreign film. We have Firebird Conspiracy, also on your Sambu label. Beautiful copy. I mean, barely any, if no sun fade. I mean, this is a gorgeous copy in its original clamshell as well, the Sambu label clamshell. This is a over-the-top kind of cool war movie, obviously shot in the Philippines. So yeah, it's one of those. So I think it's not a film that's been released everywhere, like back in the days. Maybe a few countries have a release of this, and Korea was one of them. For me, the price was right. The condition looked really good, so that's why I picked it up. It's not something I'm gonna sell for like big money or anything, but maybe around 50. It's kind of like the usual for me, that price point. So if anyone is interested, yeah, this is something I'm gonna put up for sale, of course. Okay, for those of you who are eager to see the late releases, because I know a bunch of you are really into that, especially the younger audience for some reason. But hey, whatever, you know, it's maybe it was your time when those films came out, so makes sense. So let's dive into those. First, I want to show you something I had before, and this is Blood, the Last Vampire. It's a movie, I think it's like co-produced by Hong Kong and the US, but the director is French, the main actress is Korean, and it's based on a Japanese manga or Japanese anime, at least a Japanese anime, I'm sure, but was that anime based on a manga previously? That I don't know, because I've seen the anime, which is really good. The film is, it's not great. It's serviceable, but it's not great. It just suffers from terrible CGI. But yeah, anyway, the reason I picked it up is because this copy, I had it before, but this copy is truly gorgeous. Like, there's absolutely no sun fade whatsoever. There's no like water damage or humidity, you know, like the waving in the cover, nothing. And this is late 2009. This is September 2009, so it's near the end. And if you look, however, there's only one thing, okay? The tape is clean and everything, but it was already broken like this when I picked it up. I didn't smash it or anything. So it came like this. So I'm sure for you, most of you, it's a no-no. And I think someone tried to open it. It wasn't me, by the way, but someone tried to open it up and rip this part. So I have to kind of glue it back and make it look nice, because it looks like someone tried to open it like quickly. Anyway, that said, I'm probably going to use like a hairdryer, try to remove the sticker on the spine like in a clean manner. Same thing for this one here. I'm going to try to peel it off like properly and change the top here, because I do have another cassette from Seihan, the same Seihan, the same label as this. So I'm going to try to just, you know, swap it for like a one that is not broken, reapply the stickers neatly and everything, and you know, have it nicely. So of course it's gonna go for sale. If I sell it, you won't get this crappy broken tape. It's gonna be a nice tape. So yeah, but anyway, the main thing, of course, well, the tape plays well, but the main thing is the fact that the cover is absolutely gorgeous, no sun fade whatsoever. That I'm super happy about this. So yeah. Okay, next we're gonna go with another horror film. So this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, which was the second film when they started making those Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot in the early 2000s. And this one is, let me remember, 2007, so kind of mid 2007. As you can see, like there's like a wave, because it got like some humidity, of course. Because I grabbed this in a shop where everything was in horrible shape. And you can see here, look, there's like some humidity, you know, stains. That's what I mean by water damage. And I cleaned this up, you know, like it was even worse. I cleaned it. I used like ethanol to neutralize any, I don't know, I wouldn't say bacteria, but anyway, it also comes in its original clamshell. That's always a plus. The tape is clean. I mean, I cleaned it up. It's okay. Same thing here. It was like, since it had humidity, just to cut off this part was kind of a little bit janky. I mean, it's, as you can see, it did damage but there's no way around this. And you may ask, like, okay, but why you picked this up if it was in such bad shape? Well, it's not terrible shape, as in, what I mean is, if it's sitting like this, okay, on a shelf, you would never know that, you know, it's a bit wavy, or underneath it has like that little stain. You wouldn't know. Same thing goes for the tape. If you play the tape, you wouldn't know anything, because the tape plays fine. So that's why I picked it up, you know. If the sleeve was really badly damaged on the outside and it's like uncollectible, it looks bad on the shelf, I wouldn't pick it up. And trust me, there's a ton in the shop where I've been, because I went through the entire inventory almost, there's a ton that I would have grabbed gladly to sell, or but no, it was no, I couldn't do it. Even though, like, even if they had like something like Avatar or something in crazy big demand, I would have thought like 3 times before picking it up, because it was garbage. Okay, so the ones I picked up are the ones I consider salvageable. And also, this stuff you cannot find this stuff anymore. It's getting really hard. So yeah, when you see it, if it's in a fairly good shape, just pick it up. Okay, don't be fussy about it. I know some people want mint tapes, but mint tapes in 2023 and in Korea with you know, I wouldn't say the inventory, but the amount of those tapes in the wild or even like sold on websites is getting lower and lower and lower and lower. So you cannot be that, like, as it goes, you have to lower your standards with those tapes. Even though you'd say, hey, it's 2007, come on. I absolutely agree with you. I mean, yeah, come on. But it's Korea. People have a different way of taking care of things here, especially tapes, which is not really a thing like in the States. It's not as big as a hobby for collectors. It's starting though, but it's not as big as in the US. So of course, people don't really pay attention or care to this. And I would say it's almost the same thing with the games, by the way, because I do collect games. The discs are usually super clean, but it's always super badly sun faded on the spine, and like, I have to, you know, I'm like, no, I'm not taking it. No, I'm not taking it. So I pass on many good stuff. But for the tapes, like I said, like this, no sun fade whatsoever, super nice, I picked it up. And the rest are almost the same as this one, by the way, the ones I'm going to show you next. Anyway, we're going to go through everything. I'm going to show you the cassettes so you can make your choice, because I know those are in demand. So anyway, you can make up your mind regarding that. So next one is Inkheart with this guy. I have a blank, sorry, my God. Who won Best Actor for The Whale. That was last year, an Academy Award for Best Actor. How can I forget his name? Anyway, never mind. So once again, same thing. Look, it's totally unfaded. You can see the green dot here. Green is green. It's not like yellow or blue. Back cover's nice. Let's open it up. Okay, well, you can see the wrinkles, right? But this is just like humidity. It has like a tiny stain here. But that's it. That's about it. Same thing on this side. See, it's just wrinkle, but no bad stain or anything. The tape is clean, so that is a plus. I had to open it, obviously, but I kind of did a good job of putting it back. And of course, as I said, because of the humidity, okay, those stickers became like really easily. Sorry, I don't have the word in English, but effritable. So like it's peeling, like it's falling apart. You know, I would touch it and it would fall apart, but I was able to cut it. Like, even if you cut it, sorry, it will rip this thing apart. Anyway, but I tried to do my best. Yeah, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And like I said, those tapes are hard to find now. So I mean, if the tape plays well, if it looks good, it doesn't look like super sun faded or anything. For me as a collector, it's you know, it's okay. It's kind of fine. Of course, a mint copy would be very welcome, but until that happens, well, yeah. And this is, we're talking about 2009 July. So this is July 2009, quite late release as well. Okay, next. This is one that everyone is familiar with, is Rambo, which is Rambo 4. Okay, but it was just called Rambo. So the 4th film in the series. Once again, same thing. It has some wrinkle because of humidity, but this one, yeah, it doesn't have any stain. Maybe a little bit on the corner, and that's it. It's really just humidity with this one. So pretty good, pretty good. Same thing with the spine. I was able to cut it. And if you're wondering, like, why do I cut this? because it's the only way actually to open the tape up. I could, like, because when you open the cassette, if you open it up like a flip like this, sometimes there are like two prongs in here, and if you try to open it like this, it can snap the plastic pins here. And it happened to me more than once, and I learned from my mistake. And when I see some resistance when I open it up, I'm like, this is gonna snap the pins inside this plastic casing. So you have to either like remove this sticker, which is usually really a pain, especially with these ones that had like humidity, like I said, or just do like a nice cut as much as possible and open it up. But yeah, the tape works pretty fine, nice, everything. Tape has no sun fade. I mean, for me, that's cool, it's a pick. Okay, next we have 4 Planus releases. So if you're into Planus, I mean, this is a good way to start a collection, because Planus is one of those late label that released a bunch. I mean, they released a bunch of tapes 2009, even 2010. So they were among the last companies to release tapes in Korea. So it could be a good start. Like, you're wondering what to collect with Korean tapes, or what to collect specifically with the the labels with the late releases. Well, Planus could be a good start. Here again, I'm not hiding away. I'm not being shy with the wrinkles once again. But if you get the right angle, it could be like, oh, it's perfect, and it has wrinkles. So this one is Law-Abiding Citizens. Sorry. Beautiful copy once again. No sun fade whatsoever. Perfect. The tape is, let me check. Let's see together. 2010 March. So this is late. This is 2010. Those tapes are hard to find now. And lucky for me, yep, no stain whatsoever. It's just humidity. That's it. Tape. Sorry. Same thing for the tape. Was able to do a nice little cut here to open it up and have it clean. It wasn't even like barely dirty, but I always open them up just to make sure there's no like on the interior of the plastic some mold and it would smell bad or whatever. So I had to clean all this. But it does look perfect. Nice playback as well. So yeah, Law-Abiding Citizen. The only thing is it's not the original clamshell, because the original clamshell was too dirty. So I threw it away. But I swapped it for like a really clean looking one. Transparent, just like the other one. So I mean, there you go. If I was able to find another Planus, I would, but I didn't. So yeah. So yeah, there you go. But no one will know. Okay. Next, something else that I had in the past. I sold my copy already, but I'm super glad I was able to find another one. It's Edge of Darkness. Edge of Darkness. So this, once again, let's take a look. Oh, this is 2010 August. So this is even later. This is really, really near the end of the videotape cycle in Korea, and should I say in the world, for like big studios, main Hollywood studios releases. So I don't know, maybe you're not familiar with the film. I watched it, it was fine, it was serviceable, like decent action thriller kind of with Mel Gibson. So yeah, it was kind of his comeback, by the way, because he was under some scandals before that, but this was kind of his comeback movie as an actor. It was okay. So once again, no sun fade. So that was a nice, important criteria for me. If you look inside, again, yes, some wrinkles. Not too much on the back though, just more on the middle of the front. Really depends on the angle once again, but looks really beautiful. This is a clean one. This is among the best ones among all the tapes I found. So I mean, you can tell, right? If you're thinking, oh yeah, but it has wrinkles, and this was among the best ones I found, you can just imagine the rest. And you can just imagine the ones I didn't take. So yeah. Another one here, once again, the wrinkles. It's Terminator Salvation. again from Planus. This one doesn't have any sun fade, so this is always, again, beautiful and welcome in a collection. This is late 2000, it's almost 2010, so we're really like 2 days before Christmas. 2009, so yeah, almost 2010. So this is a very late release as well, and Terminator is always fans of the movie. If you look, yeah, you see I did cut it, but it's really subtle, except this part because it was a bit humid again. Tape is clean as usual, as you can see. Okay, and it had this stain right here on the back. If you look, I'm sorry, I have to adjust the focus. Yeah, but again, it was clean. It has been cleaned. It was worse than that. But most important is that on the outside, if you're a collector, you're not really, you don't see the defects. That's always a plus as a collector overall. If I don't see the defect, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna close an eye on this. But yeah, if it's like you have a big stain on the front, and so that's a no-go for me. But if it's on the back, okay, I'll give it a pass. Okay, we're down to the very last tape, guys. This is one I've never found before. Someone I know in Korea did have a copy, and he sold it on his eBay shop, I believe a few months ago. So yeah, never found this tape before. No, it's not a 2019 tape. It is a 2010. So let's see here, 2010-05. So May 2010. So this is also at the end of the cycle for videotapes, and we're talking about Daybreakers, which was a vampire film, and it has Willem Dafoe here. Yeah, so that was a great film. I think it was, it wasn't like that great, but it was fun. The sleeve is super nice. Once again, no sun fade, as you can see. Let's check. See, the red is pure red. Same thing here, pure red, no sun fade. It's funny we talk about sun fade because this is a vampire film. Planus original clamshell. The tape is gorgeous, super clean. And yeah, I had to cut it, but this one was dry and nice, so the cut is very nice, no problem. And yeah, so there you go. If I check on the back, you see the Planus logo. There's no, I don't see any stains. Yeah, there wasn't any stains in that one. I guess that was like a top shelf one, so it was spared by the bad weather and the bad, storage conditions and stuff. So there you go, guys. That's all I have for you today, and maybe for this month or maybe for this year. I don't know. I hope not. I would like to find new stuff, but it's always the same thing now. From now on, if I get tapes, I need to sell tapes. I'm not gonna get this and let it sit on my shelves for 3 years until someone is like, oh, I want this one. No. Those have to go, and then I can allow myself to buy more. So this is how I will roll from now on. Yeah, not that like I said, I dropped selling tapes. It's just I need to put some rules in here, because otherwise my home looks like yeah, looks terrible. Okay, so there you go. This is everything I got for you this week, this month, this year. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see soon. I'm actually waiting for 2 more tapes, which won't be in this video. I might make a video aside. It's stuff that I had in the past, but it's 2 tapes that I know are super in demand, or they used to be in demand. Maybe no one will want them. I don't know. I hope they will. I hope they will sell. That's why I'm buying them. So yeah, guys, those are the tapes I have. If there's anything you want, or if you want to know more about something that maybe I didn't mention, or you're curious about, please drop a message, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. That's always appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed, well, you can subscribe and get maybe some news, a bit more news about tapes. And eventually, like I said, the channel will change. We're gonna move on maybe to other things. I'm thinking about more the gaming aspect, but Korean games, but not just games, but also posters. Anyway, we'll see, but I will always have a playlist about VHS tapes. So if you're here for the tapes only, I mean, the channel won't be as busy, not that it was busy anyway, but the tapes will be, you know, from time to time, but it won't disappear. All right, so that said, guys, have a great week, have a great weekend if you're watching that later, and stay great, and yeah, see you later. Thanks.